स्टडी IQ IAS, अब तैयारी हुई अफोर्डेबल।
Welcome to StudyIQ's initiative, the podcast. I am your host, Dipansh Murjani. In the last episode of the podcast, we discussed till Neelam Sanjeev Reddy. In this episode of the podcast, we will begin our discussion from Zail Singh. Sir, from our examination point of view, can you give us some information about Zail Singh?
Before we start, I want to tell you something that this is not an advertisement. However, it is a global vision of StudyIQ to provide most affordable and effective education. In our prelims to interview program, that is P2I program, you will be accompanied by the best faculties of the field and you will also receive the one-to-one mentorship in this program. Moreover, you will receive prelims as well as mains test series according to UPSC syllabus. So, for huge discount, you can use my code AVLIVE. All the links are pinned in the comment section.
Zail Singh, also called Gyani Zail Singh, original name Jarnail Singh. He was Indian politician and the first Sikh to serve as a president of India in the year 1982 to 1987. He was an important observer in 1984 when government troops stormed the complex of Harminder Sahib, which is Golden Temple in Amritsar, the sixth holiest shrine, in an effort to apprehend militants who had been demanding autonomy for the northwestern Indian state of Punjab. When he was barely 15 years old, he became active in politics of the Shiromani Akali Dal, the principal political organization that championed Sikh cause and that had joined with the Indian National Congress Party in opposing British rule in India. He pursued traditional studies in Sikh holy books and earned the title Gyani for his scholarly mastery of the scriptures. Scholarly mastery of the scriptures. In the year 1938, he established the Praja Mandal, a political organization allied to the Congress Party, in his home district of Faridkot. In 1947, Singh served in the Rajya Sabha in the year 1956 to 62 and was Chief Minister of Punjab for 1972 to 1977. When Prime Minister Indira Gandhi was voted out of power in 1977, Singh continued to support her. Singh won a seat in the 1980 elections to the Lok Sabha, as did Gandhi, who again became the Prime Minister. The next president is Ramaswamy Venkatraman. Ramaswamy Venkatraman was the Indian politician, government official, and lawyer who was President of India. Venkatraman studied law at the University of Madras and began his legal practices in the year 1935. He became involved in India's independence struggle and was consequently jailed by the Britishers in 1942 to 1944. He continued to practice law and helped draft India's constitution, which was adopted in the year 1950. Venkatraman was elected to independent India's provincial parliament in 1950 as a member of Indian National Congress Party. He was a member of Lok Sabha from 1952 to 1957. From 1957 to 1967, he was also a Minister of Industry and Labour for the state of Madras. After serving as a Vice President of India in 1984 to 87, he was elected to the largely ceremonial post of President in the year 1987. The next president in this series is Shankar Dayal Sharma. Shankar Dayal Sharma was Indian lawyer and politician who was President of India. In 1940, he began his legal practices in Lucknow and soon after joined Indian National Congress. Sharma's involvement in the national movement for independence led to his arrest and he was imprisoned for 8 months. He served as president of Bhopal State Congress Committee and also Chief Minister of Bhopal State. From 1956 to 1971, Sharma was a member of Madhya Pradesh Legislative Assembly. He made his debut in national politics in 1971 when he was elected to the Lok Sabha. In the year 1972, he was elected president of Congress Party and he served in that position for next 2 years. Sharma was appointed governor of Andhra Pradesh, Punjab as well as Maharashtra. Before becoming the vice president, Sharma served as a governor of multiple states such as Andhra Pradesh, Punjab and Maharashtra. And then later on in the year 1992, he became President of India. The next president is K.R. Narayanan. K.R. Narayanan was the President of India from the year 1997 to 2002. He was the first Dalit, a member of the country's lowest social caste, to occupy the highest post of India. He worked as a journalist for the Hindu newspaper, The Times of India. K.R. Narayanan soon won another scholarship and left India to attend the London School of Economics, where he received top academic honours. While in England, Narayanan also served as a foreign correspondent for Social Welfare Weekly. Narayanan returned to India in 1948 and soon after entered the foreign services despite opposition from upper caste officials. He held posts in numerous countries. However, he was especially effective while serving in China, where he helped mending the relations following a 15-year rift between India and China. He was also ambassador to the United States from the year 1980 to 83, at the time of strained relations between the two countries. In 1979, Narayanan was named Vice Chancellor of Jawaharlal Nehru University, and as an intellectual and a scholar, Narayanan was the author or co-author for several works on Indian politics and especially in international relations. In the year 1997, Narayanan was elected President of India, winning 95% of votes of mainly upper caste lawmakers. In this series, the next president is APJ Abdul Kalam. APJ Abdul Kalam was Indian scientist and politician who played a leading role in development of India's missile and nuclear weapons program. He was President of India from the year 2002 to 2007. Kalam earned a degree in aeronautical engineering from Madras Institute of Technology, and in 1958 he then joined the Defence Research and Development Organization, which is DRDO. In 1969, he moved to the Indian Space Research Organization, which is ISRO, where he was project director of the SLV-3, the first satellite launch vehicle that was both designed and produced in India. Rejoining DRDO in 1982, Kalam planned the program what produced a number of successful missiles, which helped earn him nickname of Missile Man. Success was Agni, India's first intermediate range ballistic missile, which incorporated aspects of the SLV-3 and was launched in 1989. From 1992 to 1997, Kalam was scientific advisor to the Defense Minister, and he later served as principal scientific advisor in 1999 to 2001 to the government with the rank of cabinet minister. His prominent role in the country's 1998 nuclear weapon test solidified India as a nuclear power and established APJ Abdul Kalam as a national hero. Although the test caused great concern in the international community, in the year 1998, Kalam put forward a country-wide plan called Technology Vision 2020, which Kalam described as a roadmap for transforming India from a less developed to a developed society in the next 20 years. The plan also called for the measures from increasing agricultural productivity, emphasizing technology as a vehicle for economic growth, and widening access to healthcare and education. In 2002, India's ruling National Democratic Alliance (NDA) put forward Kalam to succeed outgoing President K.R. Narayanan. Kalam was India's 11th president. He was also awarded with the two highest awards of the country, which is Padma Vibhushan and Bharat Ratna. The next president is Srimati Pratibha Patil. Pratibha Patil, an Indian lawyer and politician who was the first woman to serve as President of India. She joined Indian National Congress and entered politics in 1962 as a member of Maharashtra Legislative Assembly. She held the portfolio of public health and social welfare and distinguished herself for her loyalty to her party. In 1985, she won a seat in the Rajya Sabha and she served as a deputy chairman of the body from 1986 to 1988. Patil left the upper house in 1990 and was elected to represent Amravati in the Lok Sabha in 1991. In the year 2004, she was appointed as a governor of northwestern state of Rajasthan. Patil's name was brought forward as a candidate for the largely ceremonial role of president in 2007. The next president is Pranav Mukherjee. Pranav Mukherjee, an Indian politician and government official who served as a president of India from the year 2012 to 17. Mukherjee's father, K.K. Mukherjee, was deeply involved in India's struggle for independence from Great Britain in the first half of 20th century. A long-time member of Indian National Congress Party, the elder Mukherjee spent several years in prison as a result of his activities opposing British rule, and after Indian independence held a seat in the state legislature of West Bengal from 1952 to 64. He also became editor of Bengali language monthly periodical and later worked for a weekly publication. Mukherjee first ran for public office in 1969 when he won a seat in Rajya Sabha of Indian Parliament as a member of Bangla Congress, which soon merged with the Congress Party. The next president is Ram Nath Kovind. Ram Nath Kovind, an Indian lawyer and politician who served as a President of India from the year 2017 to 2022. He was the second person from Dalit community to hold the office of President. Ram Nath Kovind chose to begin practicing law and was admitted to the bar in 1971. Kovind also worked in the Delhi Free Legal Aid Society, and he also served as General Secretary of Akhil Bharatiya Koli Samaj, an organization serving the interest of the Koli community. From the year 1977 to 1979, he was a union government advocate in Delhi High Court, and in the year 1978, he became an advocate on record of India's Supreme Court. In addition, he served as the executive assistant to Prime Minister Morarji Desai. In 1991, Kovind joined BJP, and 3 years later, he was elected to Rajya Sabha from Uttar Pradesh. He served on various committees, including those on law and justice, social justice and empowerment, and welfare of scheduled caste and scheduled tribe communities. He was also part of the Indian delegation to the United Nations and spoke before the General Assembly in 2002. In the year 2015, Kovind was appointed Governor of the state of Bihar. Kovind was sworn in as India's 14th President in July 2017. He was instrumental in the revocation of the autonomy of Jammu and Kashmir state. Next President, which is Srimati Draupadi Murmuji. The presidency of Srimati Draupadi Murmuji began on 25th July 2022 after she took the oath as the 15th President of India. The oath was administered by Chief Justice N.V. Raman. She was the Bharatiya Janata Party's NDA-led nominee and defeated the United Opposition's nominee and former Finance Minister Yashwant Sinha. Before becoming the President of India, Srimati Draupadi Murmuji was Governor of Jharkhand and minister in Odisha government.
With this, we have completed our series of discussion on all the presidents of India till date. Dear listeners, it is time to sign out from this episode of the podcast. In the next episode, we will begin our discussion from another topic. Till then, stay connected with StudyIQ and keep studying. You can listen to StudyIQ Presents, the podcast, on all the audio streaming platforms such as Spotify, Hubhopper, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, etc. Links are pinned in the comment section below. Thank you.